My name is Nika Spalding, and I have the pleasure of being the resident theologian, which might be the coolest title ever at a church called St. Jude Oak Cliff. It's a new church plant down in South Dallas area. I was asked, what is one thing in leadership that you'd like to pass on? And I love this question, and I thought, I spent several days thinking about it, which normally I just kind of jump right into whatever I'm learning in the moment. But one of the things that keeps coming up in my leadership experiences is this idea of the indicative before the imperative. And so for some of you who aren't literature nerds, the indicative are these statements that are just facts. They're just true. This is what it is, just a factual statement. And then the imperative are these things that they're commands, they're things you do, things you're told to do. And in ministry, I think so many times we want people to live godly lives, so we jump to the imperative. Do this, don't do this. This is how you walk with God. This is how you don't screw up. And so many times we forget the indicative. Who are you in Christ? Who has God made you to be? How much does God love you? Which is ultimately the motivating factor for why we do what we do. And I have this niece who, well, I've got two nieces that I love more than life itself, and they are special and wonderful, and I think I'm completely biased, and I love my nieces and nephew more than life itself. And I have the oldest one, Jaden, who I want her to learn this message because she's a lot like her aunt, which means there's going to be a lifetime of me getting on to her and telling her how to live well, how to not live well. And so one of the things I do with her is I pull her into my lap all the time and I go, Jaden, do you know that I love you? And she'll laugh, yeah, I love you. And I always go, why? Do you know why I love you? And she'll laugh and, say something funny. And I always go, because you're mine. Because you're mine. And early on, she would always go, I'm not yours, I'm mommy and daddy. And so, but it's formation, it's identity formation. And I keep doing it with her. Do you know that I love you? Do you know why that I love you? Because you're mine. Because if the indicative will hold true for her, if she'll know how much her aunt loves her, then when she disobeys or does something she's not supposed to do, which happens a lot, I'm able to give the imperative in a way that she knows, I love you because you're mine. And so do these things because I'm for you. And so in leadership, I think it's important that we don't jump to telling our people how to live, how to obey, how to do these things if we don't first tell them, you are deeply, profoundly, and eternally loved by God. So because of that, this is how we live a life of obedience and submission to Him.